Welcome to Zoom In.
We will be zooming in on the problems of youth today
And peer pressures.
Today's kids have to deal with
school pressures,
gangs and other social groups.
And they also have to deal with drugs and alcohol.
We have spoken with counselors,
students,
and other mentors
about their thoughts on this issue.
Peer pressure has definitely been very powerful for you. Or adolescence is this time when people are moving away from the security of family and kind of opening doors and moving out into society, and that can be problematic and wonderful also, but it can be very, very stressful in many different ways. Out of 30,000 per year of people that are committing suicide, 4,000 people 4,000 youth are committing suicide per year, so that makes it the third leading cause of death for youth, ages 15 through 24.
All the kids just came up and picked on me and done freshman Friday. Just like being teased by seniors, sophomores, juniors.
And then there's this whole piece of like, do you fit in? Are you like in this in crowd? Do you have friends that you can trust?
if you're just walking or whatever, going to your next class, they'll probably like come up to you and start like messing around with you. They'll just start like really downing you. They feel like they're empowered.
Little teasing in class or ha ha he he can affect that next person. So knowing what you're doing to affect that other person helps you become a better person.
I'm not trying to put nobody else through that because I didn't like you, but then you're being pressured into bullying people.
Laying beneath a world that suffers through existence leaves me adrift from the possibilities of life. Being nurtured by God in all ways of love is such a love that I now claim as my own. Because the love that the world glorifies has bonded my family and relatives. My mother's mother shows a prime example of how it feels to be bonded in the jailhouse of forced isolation and grief. And I fight so hard to be that woman who's strong, because the women of my generation are still broken and are barely holding on. The tendency of being protected is how I choose to be. Living above a woman's burden has given me the way to be free.
Went to a party one day. I got stabbed. I got stabbed from someone who I didn't know. It was from another gang. I was representing my neighborhood, and all I thought I was representing my neighborhood at a local little school party. Come to find out, I wound up being initiated into a gang. And I was in my neighborhood dealing with gang activity for up to 2 years until my last year in high school. And my counselor, who I work with now, told me that I would not graduate if I did not, one, stop hanging out with gangs, hanging out with the wrong crowd, and doing something with my life. I felt like gangs were more important because I had close friends in there, cousins, everybody was in there. I'm sitting here as a member, as a participant of it. I was 2 weeks away from going to jail. Turned 18. Could have went to city and county. Wore a yellow jumpsuit. An orange jumpsuit. The judge said I have a letter from San Francisco State that's willing to accept you into their college program or university program as a student. You can stay clean for a year, not get in no trouble, not do anything against the law, stay on your probation. I will drop every charge that I've ever had against you, and I will seal your record.
There's a lot of what kids see as a lot of really good things that you get out of joining a gang. So how do you intervene with that? What I think is you have to find other places that kids get those same things. Respect, safety, acceptance, protection. You have to get that somewhere else. Those are good things to want, to have. So what I think is that there needs to be other things and other programs, other ways that young people feel like they get those same kinds of things.
We go every game hard, work hard, practice hard. It keeps me off the streets. If it wasn't for Coach Floyd or Coach Darnell, I'd be on the streets with like what these other dudes out here doing right now, selling drugs, going to jail, getting shot.
Alley Boys is just trying to give a push and awareness, and hopefully some other people come in and help the inner city kids. But this company is about bringing people together, supplying kids with the tools that they need to survive in this world.
That just pushed me to keep going and going and just go for my dreams, do what I want to do in life.
this dude, he was giving people alcohol. He walked up to me and handed it to me. My cousin had to come pull me away.
Think if they do drugs, then more people will like them.
If you try to be somebody you're not, it's just not gonna work out.
I mostly try to just go straight home after school. I got a couple of friends, but I try to stay away from them when they're doing stupid stuff, like blazing up, stuff like that.
I think peer pressure is stupid.
I don't get peer pressure about this because I do my own thing. I live my life, and this is how I want to live it, is without peer pressure or anything like that.
I just learn from what I see instead of, joining what I see. Because if you join it, then it's just going to be all bad.
Like, you want to be role models, good role models.
If you know how to control yourself, you wouldn't have to do drugs because the peer pressure won't get to you.